the government is shut down. How long is this going to last?
The Democrats are kamikazes right now. They're kamikaze pilots right now. They have nothing going. They have no future. They have incompetent candidates.
Aren't you going to have to compromise on something around health care subsidies to end this thing?
They want to give 1.5. They have a deal. We have a deal. We just want an extension. And the reason we want an extension is because you can't make a deal with these people. They're lunatics. They want $1.5 trillion for health care for illegal aliens that come into our country. If we do that, it will jeopardize the health care of the citizens of our country. So we're not going to do that. What we're doing is we're cutting Democrat programs that we didn't want because, I mean, they made one mistake. They didn't realize that that gives me the right to cut programs that Republicans never wanted.
And the president there telling me yesterday about his plans to permanently shutter major Democrat programs as the shutdown now stretches into day 20, 3 weeks. This is the third longest funding lapse in modern history. Meanwhile, 80% of the federal agencies charged with protecting the U.S. nuclear stockpile also set to be furloughed in the coming days. The U.S. federal court system will begin reducing non-essential functions while furloughing some employees beginning today, after exhausting what the judiciary had left to keep operations funded. Joining me now with an update is Missouri Congressman Mark Alford, a member of the House Appropriations Committee. Congressman, good to see you. The Senate is scheduled to reconvene today again to vote on a measure ending this shutdown. I know the House is not back yet, but what do you think where this goes? Where do you think this goes, rather?
Well, Maria, thanks for having me on. Yes, we are in day 20 of the Schumer shutdown, America held hostage. I do not see any end in sight. Chuck Schumer and the Democrats have dug themselves a hole. They are in a sand pit on a golf course, and they can't get the ball out because they keep hitting the same old play. It's not going to work. President Trump was right, is right. All we wanted was a simple, clean extension so that we could get through the remaining appropriation bills off the House floor and over to the Senate. They are standing in the way of the American people, and they're starting to inflict real pain. Money for the SNAP benefits is due to run out soon. But Chuck Schumer doesn't care. He would rather fight the President of the United States, and out of his fear of being primaried by AOC, he would rather fight the President, fight us, instead of fight for the American people.
Yeah, but I mean, at some point, something's got to give. I mean, this is your job. This is your colleague's job. You have to keep the train on the tracks. So, you know, I mean, is there a catalyst? And let me ask you this, because you're on the Appropriations Committee, Congressman, and do you have a confidence that even if you were to pass a clean CR, that you're going to be able to get those appropriations bills done so that we can see a serious, real budget?
Yeah, well, this extension that we're asking for lasted until November 21st. Yeah, we are in danger of, if we went back tomorrow, we are going to have to work very feverishly to get these off the House floor and over to the Senate. You had mentioned in your interview with President Trump, which was really great yesterday, you mentioned the word compromise. Maria, I want to get clear to the American people, and I think Speaker Johnson has as well. There's nothing to compromise on. We passed a clean continuing resolution. We could have and probably should have added a lot of conservative cuts in this just to have something to bargain with. But Mike Johnson's a man of integrity, and we thought, well, hey, if we pass a clean extension, Chuck Schumer's voted for it before, surely the Democrats will want to keep the government open, and so we can get back to regular order. The dirty little secret is the Democrats don't want regular order. They want to have a big omnibus bill at the end of the year, and like Nancy Pelosi did, you know, vote on these huge omnibus bills and then find out what's in it after you vote on it. I've got news for you, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and all the Democrats out there who want to hold us hostage. We are not playing that game. This is a political game, and it's hurting everyday Americans, and it's going to come back to haunt the Democrats.
Well, I mean, what are the odds of another hostage situation come November 20th? I mean, look, you've got this funding bill that you'd like to get through, but it only covers until November 20th. That's in a few weeks. What is it, 6 or 7 Saturdays away from that right now? So, you know, I mean, are they going to come back?
That's why it's incumbent.
Yep.
That's why it's so important for Chuck Schumer to release the hostages, to make sure that we can get back to Washington. Look, we're not coming back to play political games and make stupid videos like the Democrats are doing. We're working in our district right now. I'm going to be out on the road. We have 24 counties in our district. I'm trying to visit every one of our 18 rural hospitals to help them navigate the One Big Beautiful Bill $50 billion fund that's going to help our rural hospitals. We're doing incredible work in our district that we would not be able to do otherwise. But our number one job is funding the government. We have done that. We've gotten all 12 appropriation bills out of committee, worked very hard, some 12 and 14-hour days under the leadership of Tom Cole, our chairman, to make sure we did that. We got 3 passed out of the House. They are supposed to be in conference now with the Senate. We haven't done that in years. Yeah. But getting back to regular order is no easy deal when the Democrats want to stand in our way and put roadblocks up for the American people.
Well, look, you're telling us that you're doing this work in your district. You should know that Hakeem Jeffries is in Washington saying you're on vacation. The Republicans are on vacation.
He's full of it.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I'll tell you what, I get sick of those lies. I can send you our schedule. We have made 30 different visits to farms and businesses and rural hospitals, listening to our constituents, helping them navigate the Schumer shutdown. Hakeem is full of it. He knows that we're working. He's up there playing games. There is no leader, and President Trump is right. They're kamikazes at this point. They have no leader, no message, no vision. They're like drowning victims out in the middle of the lake, flailing around, willing to take America down with them.
All right, let me get back to the serious hostages that we've been talking about, because there are still 2 American bodies, deceased bodies, that have not been released from Hamas. Israel launched dozens of airstrikes on Gaza yesterday after the IDF said that Hamas fired on Israeli troops in Rafah. They killed 2 Israeli soldiers. Israel said it was resuming President Trump's ceasefire after that barrage, but it wanted to retaliate for those 2 soldiers. The Israeli army announced on X, quote, "The IDF will continue to uphold the ceasefire agreement and will respond firmly to any violation of it." Congressman, U.S. Envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner are set to return to Israel today. VP J.D. Vance may join them as well. What would you like to see here?
I would like to see Hamas do what they should have done on October 8th, 2 years ago, to lay down their arms. They have released the hostages, but they're still holding on to the deceased hostages, which just shows their modus operandi. These people are snakes. They need to be totally wiped out. I said that from the beginning. They're only going to reconstitute. And I think they're showing their true colors now. They're executing their own people in the middle of streets there in Gaza. It is time to wipe out Hamas. If they're not going to lay down their arms, if they're not going to abide by the peace accord, then it's time to finish them off.
All right. We will leave it there. Congressman, we'll be watching your work. Thank you so much. Mark Alford joining us this morning. All right. We will see you soon.